Hey everybody, Ben coming to you from Ben's Audio Cave. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing great. So I really appreciate all of the comments and the thumbs up and everything from my last video about the cleaning your stylus under the microscope. So I hate to do two videos in a row about a similar subject, but I had to revisit it based on what you told me. You were like, hey, what about the Onzow Zerodust? I'm not paying $60 for a stylus cleaner. So I got the exact same thing pretty much, which was an Technica Stylus Cleaner. It's that like AT617 something or other. But anyway, I've got it up today. Then people were like, well, what about the Ultrasonic Stylus Cleaner? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, ooh, I looked it up, the one that people had suggested. It was like, oh gosh, what about $170, $200? No. However, I did look in Hudson Hifi. I had one on Amazon that was $35 and it was UV and ultrasonic. It vibrates. And I was like, $35. I'll try that little puppy out and see what's going on. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We're primarily going to be using the Audio-Technica PTG 33 Mark II and the Ortofon 2 in black today. I've got some gunked up albums that I got from Pop's Resale here in Lexington, Kentucky. He was kind enough to give me some on my recent purchase. Always going in there buying albums. I was like, man, you got some dirty stuff? He's like, I got some good dirty records for you, and here you just take them. We were going to pitch them anyway. I was like, okay, awesome. So being able to do this, I'm going to show you guys kind of, how I gunked it up, cleaning methods, looking at the way the scope's set up and everything. Just kind of give you guys a good old-fashioned overview. One thing I am going to do differently today is I'm not going to combine methods like I did last time. I'm actually going to show the methods one at a time on the 2 in black. And then, I'll be honest, I did the 2 in black first, kind of learned some lessons. I'm like, well, I'm going to have to use multiple things. And I was like, you know what? Try this using some lessons learned on the PTG 33.2, and that's the reason why there's only 2 takes on it, because it's like, well, I really want to compare and contrast the 2 methods I didn't use last time on it, and that's what I did. All right, so without further ado, guys, we're going to go in here to the office lab cleaning area, and we're going to get down to business. All right. So as you can see, look at here, what I've done. I've actually replaced my slip mat on this Fisher turntable with this cheap one I got from my buddy Pops at Pops Resale. It's also the guy that has provided this record. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's pretty horrible. I can't believe I'm actually going to put my styluses on here, but it's all in the name of science, right? So I'm gonna put this 2 in black on here, and so we can put it on the microscope after that we're done here. But yeah, I had to go to alternate methods on this slip mat because I don't want to gunk up my other one that bad. I just don't feel like taking that much time to clean it. And this one's kind of a throwaway item. All right, so let's go ahead. Oh boy, against my better judgment, let's go ahead and let this play this whole side. That poor cartridge. Look at it on that record. You can already see the gunk on here. Now this is not under a scope, but I just figured I'd shoot this real quick with my iPhone just to show you guys kind of what we're working with. So we're about done here. I hope this thing is gunked it up as much as I hoped it would. I've got a couple more if it hadn't. But I think, based on what I'm seeing coming in off this stylus, I think we're going to be pretty disgusting. So here is our 2 in black. And you can see I've got it kind of, you can see the rig here. I've got the microscope set up. It's kind of a little crude, but got it sitting on a box, got my backlight back here and everything. And now let's flip to the actual microscope itself. So as we can see here, it did get pretty cruddy, if you know what I mean. So what are we going to do about it? We're going to leave this set up here, and I want to try the new Hudson Hifi mechanism and see what we can do with it. So this is the Hudson Hifi UV Stylus Cleaner. I've already unboxed it a little bit, but when it came, it was a little, this box was a little beaten up. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this out of the box for us. And let's talk about it. So I've kind of set myself up this little unboxing station over here next to my cleaning station. So let's go ahead and open this guy up. I've already cut the tape. I've already had this open, but this is the way it came packed. So got this pretty generic looking booklet, stylus cleaning fluid, and device itself. It's 35 bucks. What did I expect? But I'm going to be comparing this to like a pretty expensive ultrasonic stylus cleaner. Now this is a little gimmicky. It's uses UV light. So what's it telling us? What's our instructions here? Make sure the record player is off. Duh. Position the arm. Turn on the device. Lower tone arm. 5 seconds. It's wanting us to use this fluid, which I'm still kind of on the fence about because I don't normally like doing wet cleanings. But let's do it. So let's look at the actual device itself. So it takes 2 AAA batteries, which I've got put in here. Did not come with them. It's got these nice little rubber bumpers on here, so it actually, let me move this a little bit. So it actually kind of stays put. It's got a brush on here that's feels like a carbon brush, but it's a little bit rougher. We got our UV light here, and when you turn it on, yeah, it makes a vibrating sound, kind of like a ultrasonic here. There's the quote-unquote UV light. So yeah, let's go over here to the turntable and try it out and see what's going on. Okay, so I've reinstalled the 2 in black on here. There's our stylus cleaner. I do like the way I took the mat off here too. I do like the way it doesn't go anywhere. So let me grab our stylus fluid. It says to use 1 drop. This is the first time I've ever opened this one, so bear with me. Okay, it didn't prepare me for how difficult that cap was to open, so. One drop of fluid. There it is. Now, whoop. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, whoop, 1005. Let's go see what it did. I don't know about this stylus cleaner. It didn't feel like it did a whole lot. We'll see. All right, so now I'm shocked. Now I am shocked. So let's look at this. So this is what we're doing. We're back over here. We got it back in the exact same place, taking the pictures of it the way we were. Now look at that stylus under the scope. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can get a different angle of it. Just a little bit. I'll have to refocus everything, but we'll be okay. Wow. I mean, That might have got that diamond cleaner than I've ever seen it. Still a little gunk, but I'm not so sure that the dust that we're seeing on it right there is not entirely from just sitting here and letting dust out of the air catch on it. Keep in mind, we're pretty magnified here. Let me see if I can get like a little bit of an overhead view of this guy. And there is an overhead view of it. Wow. That got that pretty clean. Okay. So let's go back and gunk this thing up a little bit again, and then let's see what we can do with the dipping gel method. Okay, folks, here we are back on the Gunko cam. This was after I cleaned it with the Hudson Hifi. Now, it's really weird. I think it might have still been a little bit wet, and it might have picked up some more sludge. So let's skip to the microscope and see what's happening. So, oh my goodness, would you look at that? Woo! There is a diamond in there somewhere. I promise you there is. I'm looking at it from overhead now. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's see if we can get a different angle on it here. Okay, so this is a good shot. This is from above. Just a second here. Let me flip over here to the phone and I'll show you. Okay, so this is from above. This is the setup. We got it pointing directly down at it. All right. You can kind of see, let me get in here just a little bit. You can kind of see from the phone the yucket that's got put on that cantilever. I might run this one back through the Hudson just to see what goes on. Okay, but now this is what it looks like under the scope. Ermagerd. Like, seriously? Woo! That is bad. All right. Let's take it over here and see what the, you know what? I want to see what just the gel does at this point. Okay, so we're back over here with our next device. And this is the Technica AT617a Cartridge Stylus Cleaner Tacky Gel. So let's open this guy up. This was in a bag. That was great. So we got this. It kind of looks like eyeshadow. It looks like my wife's eyeshadow from Bare Minerals. So open it up here. And as promised, that's what it is. It's just tacky gel. I think this is kind of like the, we've seen this a bunch of times. It's just kind of like the, this is like an Onzow Zerodust or whatnot, but it's just the reusable tacky gel stuff like you see on other things. So let's look in the instructions. Audio-Technica's instruction booklets are always a little trying. They're in like 35 different languages and there's not much content on them generally. So let's find the only one that I know how to read, which is English. Francais, here we go, English. Let's see what it's telling us. Okay. Be careful, remove the lid and place the product on a platter. Holding the head shell firmly, move the cartridge over the product. Raise and lower the stylus of the tip, touches the stylus gel. Then raise it again. Repeat a few times to ensure the tip is clean. After use, screw the product back on. Easy enough. Be sure to only the tip. Do not push the stylus forcefully. Do not move the product. It will cause problems. And then there's this handy dandy little thing that shows us how we do it. And it says, yes, just dip it. No, don't move it. Okay. Is there any other thing helpful on here? Oh, care. Let's look at that. If the cleaner gets dirty or its adhesive force becomes weak, rinse it with water and allow the product to air dry with lid removed until the moisture evaporates. Okay, do not wipe it with cloth or whatever. And it's got the materials and all that on here. So, it is like many of the other gels or tacky products. So you've seen how gunked up that 2M black is. Let's go over here and see what it does. Okay, so we're over here back to the Fisher. Got our Technica Stylus Gel. Let's put our queuing up. Down, up, down, up, down, 3, and it is clearing it, so I'm not moving it around on it. I'm just moving it so that it gets the stuff out of here. This is a little bit tight. Okay, so now, and I'm holding this platter because, yeah, so let's look at this. That's definitely got some gunk on it. Ugh, might look at that under the scope too, just see what it looks like. All right, let's go back over to the scope. Okay, so what I'm doing here, and I didn't do this with the other mechanism specifically just because what was the point, right? It was a brush. We could look at a brush under the scope if you want to, but it's not going to show much. But this is the actual like collection of what it got off the stylus before we look at the stylus. So this is what I want to do. Let's go over to the microscope. So look at this. This is the actual like crusty stuffs. And if you look down here, this is exactly what I was showing you in the other video. It was like the little dots and specks and stuff that are on here. This is what we're looking at under the scope. So I'm going to move this microscope to kind of let us see more. Oh my gosh, look at that. And this is really what we've captured. Ooh, this is what we've captured off of our stylus with all those dips we did. It's a good thing we moved it and did another dip because look, we wouldn't want to put that crap back on there. This is a super interesting. Let me see if I can go back and get. Yeah, there's another one. All that hair and stuff, and I'm keeping on moving this. Ooh, there's a big particle. So now we see what I was on the actual stylus itself. Let's see what the stylus looks like now, because that's going to be the interesting part. So now we're looking at the cartridge under here. Interesting. Maybe Audio Technica didn't quite envision us having our stylus this gunked up. So let's look at the scope. You can see what I'm doing with it. Let's look at the scope. Now look over here. We can see the diamond. It got a lot of the crud off it, but look, oh my gosh, what has it left? Let's see if I can get it from a different angle. It's always a little fiddly, but let's see if I can. So here we are. So it's not not clean. That's all I can say. It's just not clean. So what should we do? Let's give it a few more dips. How's that? So 5 more dips, and we're still not clean. Well, maybe Audio Technica didn't see this. I said I wasn't going to combine methods, but this is so dirty at this point. I'm just trying to get it clean. What do you guys think? Should I give it a dip of magic eraser, or should I try the ultrasonic brush on it again? I want to try magic eraser. Let's try that. So let's look at here. I said I wasn't going to combine methods, but right, this has failed. So back to the old magic eraser. This is about as gunked up as I've seen anything. So let's see what just some dips will do here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, it's had as many dips with the magic eraser as it had with the Audio Technica Stylus Gel. Let's go back to the scope and see what happens. Okay, so here we are again. I put it back under the scope, as you can see, downward view. So let's flip over here to the microscope. Okay, that's not perfect, but look at how much better it looks. Let's get a side profile if we can. Let me stick my piece of paper back up here. Now, I'm not going to call this by any shape of the imagination like completely perfect. You can still see some of the crust on the cantilever, but look at the diamond. You can see it now, though. The ultrasonic actually cleaned it. Let me see if I can flip him around here to the other side. Let's see what we can look at. Well, if I can get underneath this stupid piece of paper. That's a pretty good angle. Okay, perfect angle. All right, so we can see, based on what we're looking at the microscope, it's clean, but it's not completely clean. So what are we learning here? You know what? For grams, we tried it with, we've really gunked it up. We've tried it with a magic eraser. We've tried it with, and that didn't do very good. We tried it with the ultrasonic, did a much better deal. We tried it with the Stylus Gel. Maybe what's left is just to give this guy a little dry brush. Try to get what's left off. Let me see if I can. Now look at the rest of the cantilever too. If I can get us back on here. Just a little bit of the dry brush did a world of good. If I can get it back focused, there we go. Notice, all of our pieces are pretty much gone. Top of the cantilever is pretty disgusting. But is this exactly what that these manufacturers have envisioned on each one of these cleaning methods? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to gunk this guy up one last time and just take a stylus brush to it. Right, so here we are, we're gunked up again. And there's a lot of gunk going on here. So what to do at this point? Well, we've tried everything that I know to do. Let's try what we would normally do in a regular situation. So let me grab a hold of this stylus real quick. Let me dry brush it. That's the first thing I do. As you can see if we can look at this brush and see what got on it. So now we're looking at our brush underneath the microscope. But I don't see a whole lot of gunk on it. There's a little bit of something. Aha. Now there is a good indicator of what we've got off here. Let's find the edge of it. There's our edge. And I'm going on around the edge a little bit, just to kind of see what all. Okay, so that's our stylus brush under the microscope. Let's look back at our stylus under the microscope, and I will. Okay, so there is our stylus, and there's our cantilever, and oh my goodness, we still got some junky junk on there. So I wonder at this point, let me tip it around this way because we haven't seen this side of it either. All right, so there we are. So yeah, we still got a little gunk here and there after we brushed it. So now then, what will be next? What will be our next step? Well, let's dip it in the stylus goop. Okay, and we are fresh out of our stylus goop. Now, what you should notice is, yeah, the cantilever is very clean, on the bottom of it at least. But notice right around the right side, like the tip of the diamond, it's not clean. There's still junk on there. So why? So now we're going to try another method. The stylus goop didn't get it off there. I'm pretty sure the magic eraser will, but yeah, let's go ahead and try that. Yeah, the magic eraser did not do good the first time around just with it. But let's look now. Okay, so we've got still what looks to be some crud remaining right there on the tip on the left hand side. So let me turn this around a little bit here and let me see if I can see exactly what's lurking on that tip. Maybe that's just Now you still kind of see some trash on there. Let me turn it around this way. No, you can still see some slop there too. Let me see if I can get the back side of it. I may not be able to get that very well. There is definitely a different angle with the diamond. So, you guys can see this diamond's actually starting to show some wear on it. So, let's hit it with the ultrasonic now. We've tried the magic eraser. We've tried, the sides of it are clean. Tip of it, man, not so much. Let's try this ultrasonic brush and see what happens next. Holy crap. Look at that. I can't believe it. That is a clean diamond. So that was after, and here's the thing. I want to show my technique kind of. With the Hudson Hifi, I actually went over there, I put it down on it, I put the fluid in there. Yes, we're wet cleaning. Oh boy. But put the fluid on it, and voila, here we go. Look at that, how clean it is. That's cleaner than the magic eraser, it's cleaner than brushing. And yes, we used a cumulative method, but I still see a couple little things on here. So let me see what a little brush will do to it now. If it actually gets it cleaner or dirtier. And it appears I've put a spot on it. Just a little bit of a speckle on it now. Let's see if the magic eraser will take it off. Where are you, my speckled friend? Not only did it not take it off, let me put some more gunk on there. What is even going on? So let's try it with fresh stylus brush. Now, and here's the thing. I can't get that off the front. I just can't. Why can't I? Because with a regular brush, the way that you're supposed to brush it, I would snap the cantilever like a twig. We don't want that. Okay, so back in focus. Put more junk on it. Boy, that helped, didn't it? Now, well, that took the junk off. But we're still not as clean as we were. So it looks like the ultrasonic is actually really clean. Like, the first thing you want to do is kind of brush the existing junk off of it and then clean it with the ultrasonic. Okay, next step. All right, guys, now if I'm going to be completely forthright and honest, this is the one that causes me the most pain to gunk up every time. This is my Audio Technica PTG 332. So flipping over to the microscope, you guys can see there's microline diamond mounted on the pretty boron cantilever, and it's reasonably clean. Believe it or not, this has had about 4 albums played on it since the last time I wiped it off. Not too bad. It means my albums are pretty clean once they hit my platter. That's good because, you know, dust happens. You guys can see my setup here. So, in the name of science, I'm going to go gunk this one up and see what happens. Well, that didn't take long. It pains me. This, you can't even see the diamond anymore. This looks like, let's go to the scope. That looks like flood mud on there. Ugh. So now, I will say, here's the thing. I did do this wet. So it would, did the other one wet too. So it would get a fair amount of gunk on here. But look at that. OMGs. That's bad. So let's try the Stylus Gel first. Okay, I'm not even going to pretend to be happy about what's going on here. Okay, I'm not even going to pretend to be happy about what's going on here because, whoa, this is bad, bad, bad. So, but this is the Audio Technica cartridge. So, why shouldn't the Audio Technica Stylus Gel be our first treatment? Let me see something here though. That's what I thought. I'm going to have to use this out here. 1, 2, 3. Put it here. 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll go down. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Let's go over here and see if it did any good. So did our Stylus Cleaner gel work better because it was an Audio Technica cartridge? In a word, oh heck no. No, it did not. Look at that. Buh. Yuck. Right? I'm going to gunk this back up the way it was. And then I'm going to hit it with the ultrasonic cleaner. So here we are back. This poor cartridge. I feel bad for it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn it on first and then put my drop of fluid in it. Now, it's the kind of technique I've been using. Like you would a normal brush. I'm going to leave it sit for a minute. Okay, let's go see what this did. Holy cow. Is the Hudson Hifi Ultrasonic Cleaner a miracle? Maybe it wasn't so much for the black, but you've seen this before, right? I mean, this is clean. I mean, wow, this is clean. I mean, like I can't believe how clean it is. I don't know if this has ever been this clean. So, I didn't brush this beforehand. I didn't pre-treat this. I didn't do anything. So, what are we showing here? I think I know which one's my clear winner now. So let's skip to the end here, and then we'll finish up. I hated to revisit this, but I did a lot of work with the black. But this is my cut and dried result here. All right. So what'd you think, guys? That's crazy, isn't it? I couldn't believe it. Okay, so we went through some pains with the 2M black because that's kind of, it's almost a retired cartridge of mine, but it does have a nice new diamond on it, so we can really, really, really see what's going on with it. However, what really amazed me was the PTG 33 results with the Hudson Hifi Ultrasonic Cleaner. My mind's still blown. So I really expected the Audio-Technica Stylus Goo Cleaner to do a lot better than it did. I mean, everybody swears by these like sticky stylus methods, and I'm just totally not impressed with it. It was probably the worst $35 I've spent in a while. And believe you me, I've spent some money in stupid ways. But yeah, it was not good. I should have bought another record. I actually might return that one just because I'm so terribly disappointed with it. It just didn't perform. The Hudson Hifi Ultrasonic Stylus Cleaner has absolutely blown my mind. And what do I mean by that? I mean, I really cannot believe how well that thing cleaned it. You guys seen how gunked up that cartridge was. I spun it on a wet record, and it was like, wow, really? And then I've never seen that boron cantilever and that diamond so clean in my life. I mean, even knew it wasn't that clean. So, I mean, I can't recommend that one more highly. Now, the one thing I will say is not sure their methods that they put in there are the absolute best to clean your stylus with. They're like, oh, put it on here and let it sit for 5 seconds. Yes, you want to let it sit for a little while and buzz. Yes, you want to put it on a bare platter if possible. Yes, you want to use, I know it's wet cleaning, but you want to use the 1 drop of stylus cleaner they've got in there. It's not that much anyway. And yes, you should definitely use a lot of care. Now that said, the bristles on that guy are very similar to a carbon fiber brush. So what I found is once you set it on there and you let it resonate for about 5-10 seconds, if you let it just move just ever so slightly, like that you're actually brushing your stylus back to front with a regular brush, the results are amazing. All right, guys, so if you found this video helpful, make sure you give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment, let me know what you want me to change or what you want to see next. Be more than happy to oblige. That's where this video came from. If you'd be interested in this or other videos like it, just make sure and hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel. All right, guys. Till next time, I'll see you from Ben's Audio Cave.